Right everyone, welcome back to another episode of Exploring Operating Systems. This one will be another obscure, real operating system. You know, an actual thing that runs on, or at least from, your hardware, or in this case is a virtual machine. This is more, it's a Linux distro of course, but it's more of a themed release of a distro, if you know what I mean. It's, of course, for those of you probably don't know, I'll explain this just as quick as I can basically, but the way Linux is designed, it's basically you use one kernel or one line of code to design your system. You can take that kernel and create your own system with it. You've got a backbone. The kernel is literally the backbone of any operating system, and you've got a whole lot of tools that have been made by third-party people over the years, and it's a very diverse, the Linux ecosystem. It's literally like having Android on your PC. Technically Android at the same time though is actually forked itself from Linux, but that's another story. But you know, if you use one Android phone after another, you notice how they're all different, but they're all based on the same code. You can run the exact same applications on these diverse range of phones, and that is literally what Linux is. You've got a whole plethora of operating systems, or releases of operating systems. You've got Ubuntu, you've got Kubuntu, owned by the same company, Canonical. You've got Linux Mint, you've got GNOME, is that Debian, or what have you pronounced that? So quite a lot. In this case, we're going to be looking at a kind of a three-layered, kind of an Inception kind of distro. This is based on Kubuntu, and it's themed after probably a cartoon from most of our childhoods. I didn't actually watch it personally when I was a kid, but Hanna Montana Linux, and this is it right here. And now, excuse the fact that it's in a little corner. The resolution, I think, will sort itself in just a second, but we'll log in to find out. So here it is loading. It's literally just a Kubuntu bootloader kind of thing. You see how all the images are loading up. It's loading up all the individual little bits and bobs, and that's what the animation is representing. Now, I have already played a bit with this. I'm just trying to see if the login sound will play, but I'm not sure yet. But we might get there, I'm not too sure. But this is Hanna Montana Linux, and this is that's login sound. I'm not too sure if that's the original login sound for Kubuntu, because I've not used Kubuntu for a long bum time, is what I'll say right here, right now. Now, I am going to start off with looking at some personalization features. What the heck is going on here? That is very weird. What the heck is going on? Why? Oh, that's the clock. It was glitching out. Yeah, I've already had a bit of a faff about with this. Of course, Kubuntu is one of those distros that kind of try to look a bit more like Windows than a Linux iteration. So it's not too entry level. It's very customizable, and that's like Android, and that's like Linux itself. They're both customizable. You can literally change the way it looks, acts, feels, and this is just the case with this little thing right here. Now, I am going to go and showcase some of the customization options and just look at some of the stuff you get right here. Of course, Hanna Montana is a very girly program, so of course we will be quite a lot of feminine kind of colours, such as pinks and purples, and we'll just have a little. What the heck was that? What was going on there? Now, let's go appearance settings. We'll look at the customization options first. We'll look at the wallpapers. So there's two different themes you can choose from. Hanna Montana theme. We'll apply this. It's already kind of pinkish in the background kind of thing. If you already know what Kubuntu looks like, this, you'll have a lot better idea of why this, or why or how this is different. I'm going to go quickly into system settings, and for whatever reason, I've tried this before already, and it doesn't seem to. There we go. The resolution doesn't seem to fix itself properly until you've actually got the system put into the settings app, which is very weird. And the same for this little bar thing. I forget what it's called, the panel thing down here. It's not called the taskbar here, it's called the panel, but it does the same thing as the taskbar in Windows. I'm going to go into panel options, panel settings. I'm going to change the way this is orientated, if I can. It doesn't seem to want to limit. There we go. And there's full length, which I don't think I've ever had this issue with Kubuntu itself when I've had it. I think it's just something to do with this rendition of the experience. You notice how the widgets have actually dynamic calendar. Go away. Thank you. You notice how the widgets have actually changed colour. They're more pinkish and purplish now than they were initially. We've not even finished getting to the actual customization options first. So we've got two options here. We've got the oxygen one, which I was just on, which is the kind of teal bluish colour, which I actually kind of like. Did it change? Did you change? No, you didn't. And now it's just cancelled out. Appearance settings. So you've got oxygen, which is an alternative if you get quite bored of seeing pink all the time. Which, pink was actually my favourite colour when I was a kid, but I've kind of grew out of that kind of thing. So I prefer the colours blue, more navy blue than anything else. But that is another story. Now here are some wallpapers. I'll put it back onto pink so we get the theme a little bit better. And here are some wallpapers. You've got the AR, which kind of goes with this little teal backdrop kind of thing. I actually kind of like it. I noticed when I brought this up initially, I did actually kind of enjoy this initially. So this is the wallpaper. This is actually the default wallpaper, I think, when you first install this onto your machine. And yeah, it's very, very girly and very purple, very pinkish. You've got little Tux. I think it's what his name is, Tux in the corner. Little penguin. You've got the Hanna Montana logo in big bold letters. I never actually watched Hanna Montana properly. Mind you, I was forced to it in when I was still in primary school. We did it as a kind of end of term kind of thing. We watched the film on the big screen kind of thing in the classroom. But if I have to be very honest with you, the only program that I ever watched that was Disney-like and kind of like this was probably Lizzie McGuire. I don't know if you've ever heard of that little cartoon. It's sort of like, it's similar in a way to, I don't know if you ever heard of this British series, Tracy Beaker. Basically, Tracy Beaker it's all live action, but all of their thoughts and everything else are in cartoons. And that's similar in a way to Lizzie McGuire. A lot of her thoughts were seen as cartoon animations, but she was mostly live action. She was played by Hilary Duff. But you've got option for slideshow, colour. I think we'll see what this is. That's a bit grey is a bit ugly, especially when you're running an operating system that is themed to be more purplish and girly. But damn it, we'll go back to image. We'll look through the other wallpapers. The Hanna Montana logo with Linux at the bottom there, just kind of like photoshopped in. If you kind of notice that, you can kind of see how the whole HM logo is actually being inserted quite awkwardly as well. I could have probably done better, but that's just me being snooty. This is this is similar to the previous one we already saw, but it's minus the Hanna Montana text logo, if you know what I mean. This is Mylie Cyrus in all of her cute glory, I've got to say, before she went all rebelish kind of thing on us. Arts-wallpapers.com, not for sale. That's kind of awkward there. But yeah, that's an alright image. And there's Mylie Cyrus again as Hanna Montana with her lovely long hair. Yeah, that's just some of the customization options right here. Nothing too fancy going on when it comes to the built-in software or apps, that kind of thing. Most of it's just the de facto, just Linux stuff that goes on. There's Conqueror on this, which I didn't actually know what Conqueror was as a web browser beforehand. Basically, it's just a maybe a bit outdated kind of Internet Explorer knockoff for Linux. It can run as a file manager as well as your actual web browser. But I'll show you what I mean about a knockoff Google Internet Explorer kind of thing. If I go on to google.com, it shows Google in its older iteration, not the modern iteration that you probably see right now if you actually went on to Google from your current web browser, which I'm assuming is probably along the lines of Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox or something like that. Please let me know what web browser you normally use down below in the comments section. I would really like to know, because that's something I'm curious about. But yeah, we'll go on to YouTube and see how that looks, because if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it looks kind of dodgy. The side effects of vaccines, how high is the risk? Not too high. I am not an anti-vax person, sorry very much. Yeah. Timeline, whatever that is. Notice how the YouTube logo is very weird looking. I'll click on a video, just a random one. I'll just click on that one. Notice how I'll give it a few seconds. The thumbnails haven't loaded properly yet, and nothing's loaded on here. Now, I could say that this is probably the effects of running this on a virtual machine, but based on my own experience, I can get Google Chrome to work on this quite well, and it works pretty darn well. YouTube works, I can log in and everything is A-OK. So it's got something to do, Google Chromium even, not Chrome. But it's something to do with Conqueror. I think it's just an aged web browser. But yeah, besides that, in multimedia, you've got Amarok, which is sort of just an audio player, a video player, Dragon player, all that kind of de facto stuff. You probably not noticed, but the shell, as I'm going to call it, the kind of the taskbar kind of thing and the menu kind of thing, this is running under the KDE experience, and you can actually customize this whole bar. You can add a new one. I could literally delete this whole bar and reset it up. Just add icons and stuff separately. You can actually make the menu float. I've actually bring back up the panel options. Panel, add widgets. Go into the add widgets menu. If I scroll somewhere, I can add a shut down button. This is cute. Hello. Is that not funny? Hello. Hello. But enough annoyances out the way. Would you get out my flaming way? Cross, please, thank you. Application launcher. Are you going to do a thing? Are you going to do something? What are you going to do? Oh, that's a little menu version. Ah, yeah. Of course, if you right click, I'm thinking. I thought that was the case, but if you click on this, it looks a lot better. Lancelot. What the heck is this? Lancelot launcher. Oh, what? I am confused. I am sorry, but I am real confused right now. I am not as smart as I thought I was. Web browser, a little kind of web browser widget, which probably does the exact same as the Amarok one we've already seen. No, Amarok, Conqueror. Sorry. We'll go into YouTube.com. This probably works for better future-proof kind of web pages, I don't know, Wikipedia or something like that. We can actually get this to run. It's not working now. It was working yesterday when I tried this out, but No, it's not. It doesn't want to work very much now. We'll go and look for something else. Show desktop, Hanna Montana launcher, traditional menu. Oh, there we go. There we go. I proved my case. The little menu does float in the centre right there. I'm actually more interested by that little cup thing, that little kind of this one here. The one that pops out. It's more like a Windows start menu, and actually pops into the corner, which even makes it more funny. I would just wish you could change the. I think you probably could change the logo on this. Start KDE logo, which is default Hanna Montana logo. But yeah, as I say, you can actually remove the panel. Panel options. Don't lock the widgets. I'll see if I can. Where did I just? There we go. So you've got this. Oh, for God's sake! I've got 3 different menus on the same screen now. Just close that. So this is the one at the bottom. It's all very messy, but once you've got it in the way you like it, it makes perfect sense. Remove application launcher, and I can drag and drop this if I can. Can I please drag and drop this? There we go. So I now have a more Windows XP-esque start menu. I didn't even notice that menu before. I've actually just noticed something new in the process. It's actually quite smart. Of course, everything is sorted into its little assortment kind of thing. So you've got additional things like Quazzle. What the heck is that? Quazzle Arc. IRC. It's Ricky's channel, which is another YouTube channel that I make stuff on. So feel free to visit that channel. But address book. Contact. Wait, Mortal Kombat. But nothing much else to Gwen view. K snapshot, just a KDE snapshot viewer, and just take a screenshot of the display. Yeah, that's all right. But what the heck is going on? Remove this quick access. There we go. It's more Windows XP like, but you know, a lot smarter looking, and also, of course, because I'm getting quite annoyed at this background kind of thing, I'll probably just change it to the AR theme. Excuse me, I just burped. I can just change it to this. See what happens now if I try to alter it. There we go. I actually love that black and white calculator thing as well. And of course, this calculator actually corresponds to the calculator on the system itself. So I think it's in Utilities. Calc. Of course, they're kind of different. This is a widget. This is more of a Windows XP style calculator kind of thing. But it works, you know. 734. I don't know. Plus, where's the plus? Plus 6 equals. There we go. I'm assuming that works, and just splodge as much money on this, as many numbers on this, and just add 56 to this, and I'm pretty sure that's right. And you can make it as small or as big as you like, you know. And I'm not too sure if you can do it the same as this, but you can minimize it or do stuff with it. I don't know. But yeah, that's stuff you can do with that. I'm going to see how this menu looks now. It doesn't. It's never changed. But I've basically just been showcasing you around KDE at this point. It's just a themed KDE, which, you know, by itself isn't too bad. Of course, if you like Hanna Montana, or if you grew up watching Hanna Montana, I'm not really keen on it, to be honest with you, but I just thought this would be an interesting little thing to showcase, because themed operating systems aren't exactly a new thing. Of course, you didn't actually get single-handed, you know, releases of operating systems such as Windows or Linux or whatever that kind of thing that came with single themes on them. You would have them pre-bundled with many themes, or the odd one or two themes you can add to them. You can download them, or in many cases you would buy a bundle from your own local PC store or something like that, as a full-on bundle to add to your Windows 98 installation, aka Microsoft Plus. is what I'm referring to right there. Where you can actually get themes such as, you know, a Garfield theme for your Windows 98 desktop. You could get a Peanuts, you know, Charlie Brown kind of thing for that. Other cartoons, you get an underwater theme. You can get various interesting, diverse themes. This operating system just takes it to another level and just single-handedly just designs the OS around the theme, which isn't bad in itself. Of course, it works. I'm not too sure if it's still updated or anything though, but hey, if you like that kind of thing, I'm pretty sure there's probably even a Tom and Jerry Linux somewhere, I'm not even sure, but that may be an interesting thing to showcase if it is actually real. And judging by the ecosystem of Linux users and the people who love Linux so much, I would actually be surprised if there was a Garfield Linux, a Peanuts Linux, a Tom and Jerry Linux. It's all getting too much, but with that being said, this is Hanna Montana KDE Ubuntu Linux. And with that being said, we'll probably see if we can go into the system settings. System settings. And is there a way to see the about section right here? Appearance, notifications, desktop, window behavior, network sharing, display. Doesn't seem to be a way to actually reveal the actual version and everything else of this, which is kind of weird. Advanced. Session manager, power management, KDE wallet, login manager. But yeah, it's just a normal traditional operating system. It's not got anything fancy on it. I'm not got any surprises. I can't seem to find an about section right here. Help, maybe? Is it in help? Ubuntu documents, help, about KDE. KDE desktop environment, version 4.222. The key is written in the main team of the KDE team. Fair enough. It doesn't tell you anything about the operating system itself. But hey, that's fine. If you want to find out about Hanna Montana Linux, you can just go onto the web page itself. I could probably do it right now if you like. We'll go into the Hanna Montana Linux. Straight into Google. Reddit, Hanna Montana Linux.sourceforge. This is the web page right here, and you can, as you say, it takes a while to actually work and load. Here we go. Meet Hanna Montana Linux, or HML for short. See the page, blah 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 blah. It's all quirky in that way. The GUI is KDE 4.2 with Hanna Montana themes, or theme. My arm cracked. But you can kind of see where the theme's going on with that. You've got the kind of menu kind of thing, also acting as the actual menu right here. The folders act as web pages, so it's an interesting little thing. But hey, that being said, I'm going to let the episode end right there. But with that being said, this is Hanna Montana Linux. This is Exploring Operating Systems. Thanks for watching. And with that being said, I will see you next time. Bye.